Probably me kissing you.
Yeah.
I just kissed him.
Yeah.
I hadn't quite appreciated how cool Rafferty was.
My bank account got hacked.
What?
I had the whole crew drunk.
Quite a lot of highlights.
Yeah. Last day was great, I think, because I wrapped a little bit earlier, and then the production were kind enough to fly me back over for the final day of wrap, and Anto had organised like a van with some kegs of Guinness to arrive to set to because we had the most amazing crews who worked their asses off to bring this show to life. Everyone was having like nice pints of Guinness to celebrate the end of the wrap, and I just got to kind of piggyback in at the end of the day. So that was like a nice little highlight, I think.
I missed that. Didn't come back for the wrap, sadly. Party pooper. My first day was memorable, which was first days aren't often the most fun because it's kind of, you're swimming through honey. It's a bit awkward. It's like putting on a new piece of clothing which you haven't quite bedded in. But it was the big fight sequence, that first episode when I was kind of charging through. I knew the scripts were good. I knew that the world was an exciting one to be a part of, but I hadn't quite appreciated how cool Rafferty was. And then that scene when he beats everyone up and then just turns to the guy at the front of the funeral kind of cortege and just goes. And then I was like, I'm on the winner here.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Nice.
The wedding scene, because there was so many different worlds. There was the world of the IRB, there was me and Edward's world, and that week that we shot all those scenes, we all got to come in together and we all got to interact together, and it was still a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun that week.
I remember shooting in Wales, where they shot a Clwmbu, which was the town just outside the village, outside of their big old castle. It was a beautiful day, and there's a lovely photo of a rainbow. It was one of the warmer days in Wales, because Wales gets very cold and drizzly.
I'll never forget my first day. That was just incredible, and I'll never be able to live up to that feeling of stepping on the sets in full costume for the first time. Was Ellen's introduction to the show, which was really, really special, because you never get to, shoot chronologically, but it was like the first opening.
My first day was Byron's introduction, and I think I was quite nervous actually, and I slept terribly the night before, but there's something about, I don't know, you spend so long reading the scripts and thinking about the character, but to have that first day where you get to put the costume on, you get to inhabit, you get to just get started and learn more about him. It's really fun.
I mean, the first scene in any relationship is tricky because you're finding a language. We were lucky. We met the night before we had our big first scene, and we went swimming in a lake. We trespassed, basically, and we asked the hotel if we were allowed to swim in that random lake, and they said no, and we did anyway. And so that really helps when you get onto a set with someone who's a relative stranger. It kind of breaks the ice. The first scene was a really delicate one to play because it was the scene when I play old Bantry Bay on the violin, on the fiddle, and we're sort of setting the tone, finding that very subtle frisson between two people who aren't used to showing emotion. So it's kind of finding it behind the eyes, trusting that the audience will get it without being demonstrative. Also the most fun, but I guess also the most challenging.
Yeah, I think the one I enjoyed the most is the kind of Romeo and Juliet one where you jump out the window.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
That was really fun because that was quite a playful day, I felt. To be able to just kind of come up with, and also costume very kindly letting me be like, can I throw his head out the window?
Oh yeah, you were having a ball that day.
I was having a ball that day, a whale of a time, playing with lots of props. Munia she's really character driven and emotion driven, but also she likes to find little moments, little motifs and gestures where characters betray themselves. I was finding some playful things with nail scissors, which felt like kind of playing with fire, or she's playing with she's walking a knife edge in this relationship and watching you jump out a window over and over again. I was having a great time that day. I
had to speak in Irish at one point. I had to say, Guinness is anim dom, agat ganaroid Rodi Ansho, which I think means my name is Guinness.
That's perfect Portuguese, really good.
And I'm gonna help you or something. Yeah, it was in Irish, but I could still feel dripping with insincerity. It was an interesting one.
I have a scene in episode 3 where I'm doing a speech in front of the GPO, which is a landmark I pass all the time, being from Dublin. It was, it was a very, very hot day in the middle of summer. I had a wig, I had about 7 layers of clothes on me. I had 150 people watching me, and it was just a lot. I think you're getting yourself to such an emotional place and you're not allowed to release it, which was quite difficult, but I think I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to get it right as well. You'll always put a lot of pressure on yourself, but it was very rewarding at the end of it all.
Absolutely, there's always pressure, in any scene that you really want to get it right. But I suppose, thinking about that sequence in New York where I'm running through the streets that was less difficult from an acting perspective and more just for kind of a slightly unfit man in his early 30s to endure. So yeah, I got through that. It was almost disturbingly immersive. It was incredible. I feel like I didn't maybe fully take it in at the time because you're so trying to be so focused on your job, trying not to trip over or like, you know, make sure you hit your mark at the right time. But looking back, it really was an amazing experience. So I feel very grateful that I got to be part of a sequence like that with such amazing sets and everything.
I never really find any scenes challenging. Like acting such a like high reward, low risk situation. Like if you get it wrong, you just go again. So I never feel really that challenging. I just feel like it's so much fun. Like all the stuff we done, like our sibling dynamic, I had so much fun filming it. It just felt like a really good crack. Lou's such a good actor and the writing's so good. So coming to set every day was just a joy to see what he was going to bring and get it up on his feet and have fun with it.
Offset.
The Amigos, cooking up with it, Uzi.
Probably Offset, but just because that's what we did, I think, to unwind. It's like, you know, you'll go and have a pint and talk about the day, and it was nice to kind of catch up with each other.
Yeah. Very social.
Anthony very kindly ordered a Guinness truck to come in on the last day. As he says, it arrived early, and so we were left with nothing to do but drink the Guinness that was there. And so during quite an important scene, we were there in between takes, having what was a very creamy pint.
It was good. We were hammered, to be honest with you. And there's one scene, the camera's a wee bit off as well, because I had the whole crew drunk. But that was the very last day, so they couldn't fire us, you know, because we already shot the whole thing.
Well, Lady Olivia wouldn't be caught dead with a pint of Guinness, so sadly I had more champagne and sherry.
There was a lot of Guinness Zero on set, and I did drink a fair bit of it. Although we decided that Rafferty drinks more whiskey than Guinness. He does have a line where he's like, "How are you looking so good?" And he's like, "I live a clean life and drink lots of the black stuff." So to suggest that he's a avid drinker, but I think maybe that was more of a publicity stunt for the brand. There was a lot of Guinness consumed off set as well.
Yeah.
We did go out. There was a couple of good tips when we were in Liverpool. Found some really great Irish pubs called Shenanigans. We were there a lot. I was there quite a lot.
Wasn't a requirement, but it was definitely extra research that we decided to take upon ourselves. Yeah.
Probably me kissing you.
Yeah. That was Brent.
we were shooting a scene and he was like betraying me, and I was looking at him and I was like, I feel like he's Judas. I feel like he's Judas Iscariot. And then I just remember Judas kissing Jesus, and then we done a take. I just kissed him.
Yeah.
And then luckily he didn't report me to HR. Yeah. You broke my heart, Fredo. It was all in there, you know.
In the eyes.
Oh my God, I know this answer.
What is it?
My bank account got hacked.
What?
Cleared, and I never felt so close to my character. I was poor.
No.
Yeah, I was out for like a cast dinner. It was like one of our first cast dinners, and I went to pay for my food, and it was declined. So I had to kind of leech off of everyone else for the last few days to like buy me food. But yeah, I'll never forget that. I felt so close, nearly like a method actor to my poor Fenian character.
Awful.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Maisie, who was one of our amazing PAs, Maisie Grumley, because we loved their full name, Maisie Grumley. Shout out Maisie Grumley. Used to get me custard creams, these little English biscuits. She used to give me little custard creams, and if we were lagging, I would go, I think we're in the custard cream sort of territory. And she'd go, I'll go get you custard creams. I'll go get you custard cream. That would give me full of E-numbers, and I could make it through to because some of the times you're up until like 5 a.m. shooting, you know. So custard creams. And Maisie Grumley was the unsung hero.
Cups of tea, probably.
Cups of tea, cups of full fat Coke for that energy. I also loved a hash brown in the morning.
Love it.
Sometimes I just get 2 hash browns because I love it. Who doesn't
Hash
love a
brown
hash brown?
sandwich.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I love a hash brown, so I'll say hash browns.
Nice.
I was tea. That was always gets me through. Tea, and if I can, sparkling water. Depends who's about. Because usually I don't ask for sparkling water unless I know I'm not going to get laughed at. But I love it, and I love good English breakfast tea.
Tea bag and water are the same, and then you take the tea bag out, you put a wee bit of milk in, and a wee bit of sugar.
Or you keep the tea bag in, and you can take it out early if it gets the right colour, or keep it in more if you want, be darker.